A lot of people think it's not my kid or it can't be my kid. I think what you need to understand about this particular crisis, the opioid crisis, is it could be any kid. So Garrett was a wonderful kid. A lot of people liked him, really enjoyed his company. He was very into music, he was somewhat athletic, he was a popular kid. After Garrett passed away, a lot of people ask, what are you going to do? And I think you have two choices. You can be mired in the muck, or you can choose to try and make positive change. I really want to make positive change because I don't want people to feel like I do. I don't want people to experience what I experienced. I don't want people to have aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters have to show up at someone's funeral. And this is, I'm telling you, the worst epidemic I've ever seen, and I think it's only going to get geometrically worse.
If you think, parents have an intuition, they really do, and if you think maybe, you're probably right. It's a hard conversation to have with your child. It's a hard conversation, period, because you're likely to be in denial, and they will too. An addict will never tell you the truth. And so if you're suspicious, it's likely happening, and you need to seek just some initial assistance. And I think that you have to start somewhere. One of the things I want people to understand is that there is an identified mental disease about addiction. We didn't understand it fully ourselves. I want people to see us. We're not afraid to say that we lost a child to opiate drug addiction. And we hope that there's a message about that, a harsh message. It could happen to you. Don't be silent. It's okay. It's okay. We didn't do anything wrong. And we were great parents, great family. Andrew, a great kid. We didn't do anything wrong. The evils of the addiction took control. And I want to touch somebody. We want to make a difference. We want to give people the permission. Give yourself the permission to get help.
I'm walking on Sunday in memory of my mom who lost her battle in February, but just to get my story out there so people don't feel alone, and to know that this really can happen to anyone and how dangerous this opioid addiction and epidemic is. A lot of times people won't share it or share their story or their family member's story out of shame. What are people going to think? I done something wrong as a parent or a daughter or brother or whatever. So I think that's why a lot of times our stories aren't shared. I don't know, just so someone doesn't feel alone. I remember when my mom's addiction, I would have said was at an all-time low, but obviously it got lower. But just feeling alone, I felt like there was no one to talk to, even though my sister and grandparents and family members were going through the same thing. Just having someone outside my family unit and knowing that they were going through the same thing made me feel so much better. So I think that's important for me and why I'm sharing my story, my mom's story.